Bishop, you were in a military hold on the ground while everybody, I don't want to say watched, but they didn't really have time to react.
Marshal and I are on the floor, and he's basically holding me in a military hold at this point. Hey, Marshal, look, it was just making a point. We are willing to die for our beliefs, all right? Boys that you're looking all around you, all of us, we are the long night. And now you see, we are willing to die for what we believe in. Ask yourself, what would you die for? That's our strength. You want us on your side, you know that.
Well, I think he just didn't like being touched is all.
Touch the pamphlet that I gave him. I didn't touch him, just, put it in his hand. And I mean, I don't want to say anything, but you seem to be on edge, Marshal. You're a hunter, you're a fellow hunter. This was good for you, I thought. But maybe signals didn't cross that well. So if you feel like I've intruded your space, it wasn't intentional at all.
He pushes off. So he kind of pushes you further into the ground as he picks himself back up, kind of dusts himself off.
Does he look still angry or like drug crazed kind of thing that I've seen?
He looks not angry. Angry is probably too strong of an emotion. More irritated.
Just come back out. It looks like, calming the situation down a little bit. It's all right. It's all right. So if you was just making a point, what say you? It's up to you, Marshal.
Up to me on what? Just don't ever get that close to me again.
It's well understood, but we can be of help here. You're seeing the folks here. We believe in what we are doing, and these are very capable folks. You're writing them off too easily. That's all I'm saying.
You have no idea how much power we have to bear. You saying that you guys are capable. Sure.
That we are.
A 6-year-old is more capable than a 3-year-old. There's still nothing to a grown adult.
I'm rolling my eyes at that point, and I think this is where Bishop just looks at him, and that's where we have to agree to disagree. Then again, Marshal, I believe you did good for us. You saved us on that. I'm not blind. We were in a bind there, so I thought we could offer something back, but it doesn't look like you need it or you want it. That's your call. That's you're allowed to make that, so I wouldn't intrude.
Well, as I had asked, or said, time for you to get the hell out of Dodge. Your invitation has been revoked, as it were.
I'm looking at the others. Any reaction that I am seeing from the others? I'm basically just observing. Freddy, Edward, Robert, Sasha. Raising my hand. With us.
Well, with all due respect to a man with your authority, I don't think you have the right to order us to leave the city. this here is a free country after all. We are, free to move about as we please. We ain't under martial law, as far as I know.
You really want to end up on this list? Really?
Well, I'm not trying to burn no bridges here. I'm just saying, telling us to leave when we ain't done nothing wrong is kind of, well, just a bit much to me.
You got, I don't know how many fellow members of your church killed. You did no wrong. And he says did no wrong with the air quotes.
We didn't order nobody to their deaths. They volunteered. They's trying to help. That's not on us.
You put the option on the plate, you still were an enabler.
That doesn't mean we are responsible for it. We just let our superiors know, Marshal. You understand, you're in an organization. We don't make these kind of decisions. If you thought we ordered them here, you think one of us are general. We are not the general of your organization here.
See, here's the thing. And he kind of pushes himself up and sits up on the counter, starts swirling his coffee around again. I've entertained this conversation long enough, but you still don't seem to get it, so let me explain it like this. You state to your fellow church members, hey, a bunch of people here are getting killed by vampires. They don't like being called that, by the way, but we're not going to mince words here. They are what they are. So they come here trying to fix the situation. Now, if we make that a little bit smaller scale, maybe so your minds can grasp it, you literally said, hey, this gun's loaded and it's going to start killing people. The only way it's going to stop killing people is if you allow it to shoot you. That really ain't much of a choice now, is it? He's looking directly at Robert.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but these folk know what it is that they're doing, versus that gun would have been pointed at people that have no idea what's going on. I mean, if military folk, police folk will put themselves in harm's way to help those that they're charged to protect, right? These people feel the same way. They feel there's people here need protecting. They'll jump in front of the bullet, right?
Still the person who caused the situation's fault. In this particular situation, you caused it.
No, we didn't cause the situation. We came in the middle of the situation trying to stop the situation. Situation was already well advanced by the time we got here. That being the whole vampire civil war happening.
He just shakes his head. Look, I'm giving you an out. You don't want an out?
We just want to help.
We don't need your help. Don't want your help. We don't need kids playing in the sandbox while we're trying to do actual work.
Like you did last time. How many fires there had to burn down buildings before you stepped in? How many people had to die before you came along and big old cavalry and saved the day? Big heroes. Now, I don't know about you, but this is what we call home. Yeah. Well, we ain't gonna just let anyone waltz on in, claim it for their own without at least giving them a severe deterrent. So unless you plan on
Here,
sticking
here.
around and taking over, doing what we done for years now, well then I don't think we will be leaving.
Fine. However, you step one toe out of line, and we'll come down on you like a hammer. Now,
Because that's a real solution.
your invitation has still been revoked. Please leave the building. We'll be watching you.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
No need to make this uncivil, Marshal. We understand we are no longer welcome in this conversation, but you helped us, and we can still help you. Just know that this is our home. We won't abandon it like that. So that's all there is. There's no negotiating that either. With that, Bishop is basically leaving the little cafeteria area. Guys, I think that's this is where this conversation ran its course. We are not getting anywhere with each other. Time to cool down a little.
Does the cell leave?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right out the front door?
We came one way, we are leaving the other way. I mean, this is the museum first time we've seen, so
Okay.
to the soup kitchen van.
Piling
Big
into...
truck.
Mobile. Let's go to Church Mobile. Yes, the Church Mobile is right there.
Well, that went well.
For those moments, Robert, and sometimes it happens. I'm putting a little flask over there. Pass it off to Robert. It's the good stuff, not the.
Robert, aren't you taking your truck?
Yeah.
So Robert
I mean,
would be
we
in...
probably parked nearby, maybe.
Ah, fair enough.
I found the van. That's how I knew this was the right place.
Yeah, I'm taking the Church Mobile. Yeah, but I'm passing that. Take a swig and pass it to Robert. Sometimes, you know, he understands. It's some ways we got to be able to take the edge off. So that is there. Take a swig and give it to Robert.
All right, Robert will take a little swig. Whew. That's some good stuff. That's the holy spirits right there.
it's that's never said that the priests are no fun. It's there. Freddy, I know you don't need it. I know you don't. It's just so yesterday's encounter may have left it, but you know
that might ease the hangover there for you.
You ain't got enough in that little flask to deal with. I don't know what you expected talking to feds today. This has been a long night. This has been a long night, alright. No pun intended.
We are for the long haul, boys. This is not something he's wrong. We know that. It's not something that we could change his mind. We did what came up.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they got their plans for this area. Do we have much more plans here? I know he ordered us to leave, but I kind of don't want to out of spite. But then again, what else do we got to do here?
I'm just gonna turn to Freddy. There was a cave and some missing teenagers or something, Freddy. That was maybe connected or unconnected that you wanted to look into.
Yeah, probably completely unconnected. I was just trying to be a good person and look into something that local police completely failed to find anything on. But I think I might pass out for a few hours first.
I say that so. Local police.
And I can like never hear your audio.
Oh.
It's always very quiet for me, but
Snide remark about the efficiency of the local police.
oh, okay. But given we know the local police were already compromised by corruption and vampires, this don't surprise me too much.
Do we look into that?
That's what I'll be doing when I wake up in a few hours. I don't know about the rest of you.
Time is it right now?
I have no idea, but it's probably either wee morning or middle of the night.
I think we started the meeting at like 10, right?
PM?
Something like
In the
that.
evening, yeah.
Definitely after
Bit after midnight then?
after sunset, definitely.
Well, yeah, it would have to be.
Well, technically wouldn't have to be.
Well, that would just be, yeah.
Folks,
Sorry.
here's a plan. Why don't we go back to the church? We got to welcome, and maybe just after a good night's sleep, pick this tomorrow morning to give Freddy a time to, you know, get into the spirit of things.
Now, look, I'm fine. I'm just a bit tired.
Well understood, yes.
Look, a lot of mental strain walking into a federal agent's little bunker, listening to how they're gonna, save this city by shooting everyone that disagrees.
Goddamn feds. They're all the same, Any alphabet you pick, wherever they come from, they're all the same. They are gonna make things much worse. We know that. So we keep an eye on them, and we do what we do with this case, and perhaps when they fail, we'll be there to pick up the pieces.
All right, but now they know that we're going to be harassing them. We could have just, smiled and waved after that first agent, admittedly bailed us out, and then we could have kept an eye on them there. But now they're going to be watching us too.
Let them. What are they gonna do?
They're going to shoot you in your sleep.
On that note, we're gonna fast forward a couple of hours actually, and we're gonna
Get shot in our sleep.
we're gonna pan the camera over as a meeting is called.
Okay.
Marshal sits at the table after filing the report. So, yeah, there's roughly about 5 individuals. Longest night, part of the church. They're going to be sticking around. Couldn't dissuade them otherwise. An individual in military finery kind of flicks through it, tosses it back to Dr. Brown. Not interested. One of them's got... They're not important enough, wouldn't you say, Director? No, but we should probably keep an eye on them. My business here somewhat concluded. We've taken 2 individuals for what we need. But I'd like to keep an eye on them all the same. He kind of looks over to another individual in a lab coat, this one female. Didn't you say there was an individual you wanted to pick up here? inconsequential at this moment. We were able to pick up those 2 individuals thanks to its aid. I don't have any interest in keeping tabs on that particular feral at this time. The individual referred to as the director kind of nods. All right. Once this particular situation is cleared up, General, the doctor and myself will be out. Our business here is concluded. However, we will go ahead and leave 2 of our agents with you while you continue to clean up this threat. Vampire threat. The look on his face is somewhat not irritated, but it looks like he doesn't care about the threat of the vampires. In the meantime, the 2 agents, should you need them, codename Sigma, Project Grundy. They'll keep tabs. They'll listen to you at least for a while until they receive orders of. He stands, and along with the other female doctor, they leave the area. And we're gonna pick back up the next morning. Church pews are uncomfortable, but you don't really have much of a choice. You don't got much of a choice.
Simple as that, yes.
Stay here, he said. Get a good night's sleep, he said.
At least get asleep. Maybe we skip the good night till we go back to the HQ. I have to admit, this is becoming more like a field trip than anything else. Freddy, are you back with us?
I was with you the whole time. You are underestimating my ability to work while intoxicated. All right.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. I did that mistake, and I wouldn't do that. So what next? What do we know about these teenagers? I mean, let's get some breakfast. I think we got some bagels and whatnot in the church kitchen with some drip coffee. Maybe eat and talk there.
You okay?
No, but that's not related to this. My ear. I got a lot of problems to complain about. Being up early ain't the only one, but that's unrelated to the game. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Like, I just saw a pained expression, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay?
yeah, my ear is in pain. It is a bit inflamed. Where were we? What do we got? Yeah. Oh shit.
Any information on them kids?
Yeah. Two siblings, kids, went missing with their father in some cave system cross state. Father's playing it all suspicious, like doesn't know what happened.
Any reason to be out there?
Say again?
Any reason for them to be out there? They're going
Caving.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a public cave. Father, I guess, was pretty into it. Brought his kids. I was told family knew about it ahead of time. You know, police delayed releasing the report. They wanted to see if anything came up. Found nothing. Released it a few days later. Shit. Ultimately, this could be nothing, but I was gonna look into it next if nothing came up.
We're checking public records, baby. Anything else happen like this ever? You know, one of them things. Kids go to the abandoned amusement park where all them other kids went missing exactly 20 years ago.
Good move. How far is where we think the incident happened? Like you're saying, cross state. So I think we're gonna be there for a while now. So we take the truck and leave the van here, and is that what we're thinking? What's gonna happen here?
It's
Well, we ain't.
just to clarify, it was the Lost World Caverns in West Virginia.
Yeah, it's like halfway across the state from Charleston.
Okay.
You can ride the interstate down. It's not too bad.
Not too bad. Okay, so can we operate from here, or like it's gonna be more of a field trip for a few days?
It's gonna be more of a field trip.
Yeah, so we gonna have to prepare for camping.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe get some gear. Yeah.
We get what we need when we're here as well. Once we're out there.
By the way, give the city a chance to simmer down, perhaps, while we're gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check public records if anyone wants to come along. The invite's there.
All right. I'll drive you there if you want. Yeah, sure.
I'll go shopping for some gear. I mean, I got everything I need, back home, but that's just an extra trip.
We'll stop by mine as well.
Yeah.
Do you meet back here or go back to the workshop? We've got some gear over there too, right? You guys have the workshop over there. Maybe we meet back there.
Do you mean the safe house?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying workshop, but yeah. Maybe we meet back over there. I mean,
That's Eddie's house. That's
all right. So we back at. Is that what you're saying? We're gonna meet back at Eddie's house and just take off for this. We go check the records while some shopping is done at the city and meet at Eddie's house.
I mean, well, if we're meeting at Eddie's house, I can just go grab my stuff. I don't really need to do as much shopping.
Yeah.
Aside from food and stuff.
Get cans, don't get perishables.
You take me for? You know how long I've been out in these woods?
Yeah, I know. Forget who I'm talking to sometimes.
All of these states is my backyard.
While you boys are dealing with the corporal side of things, Bishop says, grabs a little empty milk bottle over there, dunks it into the holy water. Let's make sure that we aren't forgetting the non-corporeal side of it. So I'm getting a milk bottle size holy water from the church. So just in case we got some. Now that I'm thinking in the middle of the caves, we'll meet the devil incarnate, but you never know.
So with that, everybody's heading back to the safe house, it sounded like?
I'm going to wherever they're going to have public records, but...
Oh, okay.
Basically, I'm going to take the van first to take him to the public records if they're going to split like that or something around that.
So, Bishop and Edward. Public records, I mean, a lot of stuff's online right now. Or are you looking for more of a paper trail?
anything. I mean, I'm prepared to go back. It's one of those things. You're looking for similar events and realizing that what we're up against might be within the last 20 years. It might be in the last 150.
A library.
Yeah.
Where they generally keep old papers and the like. All right, so if you want to roll, so if you want to roll me,
That sounds like either investigation or academics.
Yeah,
Academic.
I want to say academics just because we don't use academics nearly as much.
Oh,
And,
sure.
and obviously Bishop can assist or can be the main lead depending on how stats are, etc.
Academics, I'm not that into. Investigation, yeah. That's it.
Academics.
I should do some academics, yeah.
Yeah,
I will support on that if you want, or
If it's academic, we get a problem. I don't have that much of academics. If it's investigation, that is right up where we are going through.
you're
Totally
a
up
priest.
to your storytelling. I'm a priest. I'm an exorcist.
right. Let's spend some time.
Lawyer priest.
Let's do this.
I got a willpower back from sleeping. I'm going to immediately spend it.
All right.
One success. My track record continues of terrible.
And that willpower was the one that gave you your success.
Yeah,
That's what it is. Yes, you succeeded. That's where it counts. Yeah.
People disappearing in caves does happen.
Oh.
With some, I don't want to say frequency, but West Virginia is very much a mining industry. So people disappearing in caves, dying in cave-ins is not necessarily uncommon. Just because of how well you know Frederick, hell, you even come across, while looking for it, you come across his individual case of the four-eyed individual down in the mines. Of course, the newspaper plays it off as whack job.
Did you just have four-eyed individual in the cave to that cave? That particular
No.
No. However,
Related searches.
related
Yeah.
searches, okay.
So everything. What I'd like to do is get copies of everything in the area, and we can fine-tooth comb it later.
okay.
Good. Yeah.
Too hard to do. Frederick, who were you tagging along with?
Well, Frederick wasn't too, concerned about looking up historical cases, as he's probably already done it previously. So I mean, I guess he's probably more concerned with bringing equipment. So I guess we're tagging along with what's his face. Sorry, I hate
Robert.
character names. Robert, yeah. I should have known that. We've been here weeks. Presumably, I mean, he's probably got some equipment sitting around somewhere. If nothing more than, rope.
Yeah, I mean, I
and a
got plenty of camping gear, but I admit my cave diving experience is a bit limited, so I will defer to your expertise on that. If there's anything you think we might need, will likely need, throw it on my shopping list. I'll see what I got.
Do either of you have a dot of resources, out of curiosity?
I have 2 dots currently.
So, here's the question. I can give you an option here. You can either get what, as Frederick begins to ramble off the stuff you're gonna need, you can either get the bare minimum, and this is at no cost to your resources, Or you can temporarily spend 1 dot of your resource to get absolutely everything that could ever possibly be needed. So either you'll go into this with just the bare essentials and not anything extra, or you can go into this with literally every particular option covered, but it costs a dot of resources temporarily.
What do you think there, Freddy? Go all in, or just what we think we might need?
Depends how many people are going down. I mean, I'm confident underground. I don't know about a lot of you.
Mm-hmm.
That might be misplaced confidence, new cave, new whatever, but every tunnel's a tunnel. Right?
Well, a wise man once said, when you need it and don't have it, you sing a different tune. So yeah, I'm gonna go a bit more all in and spend a dot of resources.
All right. So that's temporarily lost until we have a downtime where you don't do anything and you just focus on your shop.
Yep. That's fine.
So, where would you meeting at the location or at the HQ?
Well, I think we had settled on the safe house first.
Yeah.
So, I would say Edward and Bishop made it there first. And they're beginning to start to look over things with a more fine-tooth comb when Robert and Frederick show in, and the Bishop and Edward, it starts looking like one of those carnival things where the clown's just pulling out the
Multicolored
scarves. Yeah.
Rope.
As they're bringing in like helmets with lights, they have a couple of pickaxes, flares. Yeah, they just keep going in and out as they're bringing in more and more cave gear, essentially.
Edward, do you think we need a truck? I think we are way past the maybe trailer truck or something.
I'm just waiting for them to bring us sleepy, dopey, dark.
All right, we are in. Before we do that, though, storyteller, because we are under the surveillance of the feds, we are in a bit of a remote place. Before we got to anything, I want to check for any tire tracks or anything that looked like somebody's vehicle, unknown vehicles, passed by. If the feds found the place, I'm very curious about that question.
Right, give me. I feel like this is actually going to be with survival act.
Can I assist?
Of course.
Maybe you are the first guy doing it. I'm voicing the idea. Why don't we check that? You are the first guy.
I mean, you still have to roll. If I'm leading, you still have to roll first. But yeah.
I will roll first. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, let me do it with plus the survival. Yeah, let me just do it. It'll help you. My dice pool isn't that great.
I'll take the 2.
Yeah, I'm not bad.
Wow.
All right.
Okay. 2 success.
Right. You don't see any tire tracks or anything like that. So there have been no vehicles that have driven by. You see footprints that are man-made, but it looks like more just somebody was probably in a jog, just because it looks like they're more scuffed than they were if they were deliberate steps. So it's not really something that you would necessarily be like, oh, this is a red flag. People jog sometimes.
All right. Was worth checking. At least we know the safe house is not compromised.
So,
just wondering.
oh no.
I know.
It takes just so you know, it takes a good 30 minutes to get everything laid out, so you can kind of take inventory of everything, Robert and Frederick.
Right.
Some of it's not necessarily light either. And this includes your camping, Robert,
Right.
because that will be needed.
But we're gonna need some food, some cooking and whatnot, traditional, stuff.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just looking through.
Are you looking through?
Sorry, it's just looking through what I've got in the way of, if there's anything in the way of armory that I've actually got in terms of the merit for the safe house.
Like what specifically?
Yeah,
You
what
guys
I
said
can
it
get with that.
For that, and you probably put some stuff associated with that into it.
Yeah, so we've got because yeah, at the moment there's armory, escape hatch, infirmary that I've got listed.
I mean, in your armory, you're gonna have a bunch of weapons. Should you want?
Yeah,
to
that's
take
it. Yeah,
those.
no, I was just saying if there's like any kind of sort of per dot what you have available to you in the armory, or if it's
You mean like what's included in the armory?
what's included.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, is it?
I thought it.
Things we put, or is it something free coming out? That's what you're asking, right?
I mean, what are we talking? Is it like sort of sharpened sticks, or are we dealing with like assault rifles?
You'd be dealing with
What's
rifles and the like.
Yeah,
It is.
okay.
It is a 5-dot safe house, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
But most definitely, it's actual weaponry, knives, guns, stuff that.
And ammo, I'm presuming, like we make
Oh.
some of our own ammo too.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
definitely
we can do that.
a hand loader in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some for the Glock. That just in case. I got the light pistol, few clips just in case, long firefight and whatnot.
And I can do some maintenance if y'all got some weapons need maintaining.
I'm gonna use the Glock. Oh yeah, definitely. It's been there for at least about a couple of weeks.
Oh, I get to work.
Beautiful.
And Freddie here will teach you how to use some of that stuff there. Pointing at all the caving gear.
Right on. Ready? Yeah, the man.
I mean, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. This is gonna help you see, and it's gonna help you crawl back out of places that you don't want to be stuck in.
I like this.
Everything else, you can just walk. I mean, we ain't all fitting down the narrow corridors anyways. That's usually a bad idea.
Are we gonna be rappelling down or anything? What do you think? Like, if it comes to that, Freddy, are we like rappel down a hatch or hold on whatever down and back over?
Cave you'll be able to walk into. I haven't been there, but this commercial place, they got entrances. Of course, from what I was being told, the father in this case wasn't on the main touristy route, so I don't know. we're gonna find out if there's another entrance in the woods or if he was just deeper in the cave.
I mean, hearing that, I think the best bet here is using either a phone or a computer to get the cave layout, just in case to help. I'm checking if online touristic map and maybe non-touristic like geological survey has these cave map layouts, like to get something for Freddy. Hey Freddy, I dug these for you type of thing is what I'm planning to do.
So go ahead, give me intelligence plus computers if you're trying to do research. Because getting like the public areas of the cave, completely easy.
But finding some others.
Yeah, because they try not to publicize those because people will wander off, try to go into places they're not supposed to be, and get trapped and die. Yeah. So they try not to publicize them too much.
So I'm getting both, one the touristic version and the real version. So we can do some prep before we even go there.
You're able to find the touristic version as stated. That doesn't even require a roll. You find that. As for the others, or something?
Sure.
They know how deep it goes. About 235 feet. However, it doesn't appear to be completely mapped, so while you're able to get what is available, there are certain spots where you just see a tunnel that ends. You don't know if that's maybe because of a cave-in, or if that's just because they needed to pull back up. It's just not completely mapped out.
Okay. Sending to Freddy, just basically, hey Freddy, I got some stuff. Maybe of help, maybe not, but there you go. Maybe on the way.
Map's better than nothing. Does it appear there are any other entrances marked?
There's the original sinkhole entrance that's marked. There's the one that closest resembles the one that was mentioned to you. Kind of off the beaten trail. It's in a wooded area. That one definitely feels like the one that was being talked about. It matches up.
Right, I mean, pieces seem to fit together. We'll start there when we get there.
All right.
I'm guessing this off the beaten path entrance doesn't go through the open touristy parts of the cave. It's the couple miles of small tunnels.
It does. It looks like it does eventually link up with it, but yeah, it would be. It's one of those things. It's not an easy. Oh, it takes 5 minutes to get back to the tourist section. No.
Yeah.
But it does link up with it at certain points. Some of them, a couple of them are pretty deep in. The others are closer to the surface.
Well, we'll get there, check it out, see where these people could have disappeared to, because, well, let's be honest, if it was an easy solution, they would have found them already by now. I'm fully expecting to find a few bodies at the bottom of a pit in the back end of this tunnel.
Oh, really?
That or they're not here to begin with, and they were just kidnapped or something. It's been... I can't remember. How long was it when I originally was talking to the guy? Like 5 days or something like that?
Yeah, it hadn't been too long. Numbers aren't looking good, though, unless they found water or something. Which in a cave is not the hardest thing to do.
And these were kids, right, Freddy? So we are talking about like young kids lost in the caves kind of thing.
So I was told, so says so on the police report.
Oof. All right.
We also got a case of a disappearing vehicle, so that might be another angle to look out for.
Disappearing vehicle, what? The father / the parents?
Shit. Yeah, sorry. Father, I guess, when they went in, there was another car parked up out in the woods with them. When he came out, wasn't there, or something like that. I can't actually remember what the order of events was. It was like personally, I can't remember. I know there was something about a disappearing car.
Yeah, there was. So, I'm having to remember this was a few weeks ago. I'll admit it. I believe what it was there was an extra car there when he came out that wasn't there when he went.
That's what it was.
And by the time the police got there, that car had gone, but he never saw that car take off. Which is why the bartender thought the story was suspicious. How would you not notice that car leaving?
Do we know the make, model, or anything? Age of the car? Not
No.
that. Okay. Just a car showed up and disappeared suspiciously. Okay.
Yeah.
That's I mean, the kids are 2 kids. What I'm talking about, two kids. So we are essentially looking at 2 kids that disappeared. Boy, girl. Do we know anything about?
I think it was boy girl, right? Yeah.
Boy and girl. Okay. Oh, look. God put us on this earth to do some things. This does happen to look like one of that. I think we got to really do this and do this fast. Otherwise, we're going to find a tragedy there. Assuming it's not there already, so.
Well, then, no time to lose then, is there?
None whatsoever, I would say.
Got everything loaded up. Is there any last things people want to do before they hop in the car for a couple of hours?
I don't want to spark anybody's paranoia, but considering that the feds are now on our tail, can we do something that if they break in or something, we can know they won't know? Like put a little tape if the door is open, like even if they hide it, they just wouldn't know the hell that we did. Just so we'll know definitively if someone broke in.
We're like a safe house like 4 or 5. Presumably we've already got something like that set up.
Security. I don't know. Do we? Like there's some
really,
A
really intrusive neighbour. Just this curtains.
Yeah.
No. It's like an apartment complex, and then you just hear knocking on the wall. Don't worry, I'll watch your place for you, Eddie.
Oh my God! This is like they're gonna go talk to him. This is that's not the kind of security we need.
I'm joking, anyways, but. But
there got to be some security system. I'm assuming that 4 or 5 dots play for that. No, maybe I'm trying to recreate something that exists already.
Yeah, they have the security system included in the merit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That means we got it. All right. Never mind. Looks all good. Let's roll.
So as you begin to make this long drive, what turned out to be a relatively easy late morning, turns very quickly into a very long car ride, and you don't actually arrive to the cave until roughly about 4, 5 p.m. As you pull up, drive past the signs. Oh, hey, go here for tours. Drive past that. Eventually take the truck off-road, having to dodge trees a little bit. But it's enough of a path that you don't have to take it on foot. And eventually you come to a small enough clearing, roughly about 30, 40 feet away from what you can tell is the entrance.
So, I'm assuming we're gonna take the off the beaten path entrance. That's where this was about. So we.
Yeah, that's where you guys have parked in front of.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're at the other one.
All right.
I guess we'll set up camp here for now. It's 4 o'clock. There's still daylight now. It's going to get dark because we out in the boonies now.
It's true. But remember, in the cave, it makes no difference. Cave is dark anyway.
Dark. Yeah, in the cave, dark is just dark.
Yeah. Do you feel there's urgency to go in, or shall we just, camp and, spend the night and go in the morning?
Well,
You guys know this business.
bodies tend to be on a timer with that whole thing called food and water. So I'm at least going in to take a cursory glance around. Whether or not anyone wants to follow me, scour the woods, or set up camp, I don't particularly care. You're all independent folks. I don't control you. But
What do you guys think? Shall we go all in? Just park the car and...
It don't make sense, Russell. We all in there. So we hit something, we're all in there together.
Yeah, I hear you.
Someone out here sets up just means that not back in a few hours, can make a few calls if need be. Stay on the radios.
All right, so looks like we're gonna be going in. We might be the only hope of these kids, guys. They are relying on us. I'm gonna try to inspire the folks, ST.
All right.
They are relying on us. Yeah, let me just do this presence and expression.
Sorry, question. What's Robert doing?
I initially was thinking of having him set up camp while you guys scout ahead, but at the same time, I don't really want to split up the party.
Well, I'll stay with Robert then, because I think if anything happens, then having people on the outside might be.
I'll go with Freddy. In that case, so we are not alone. None of us.
We do have the option of technically not splitting the party, since we have a player not present here at the moment.
Oh yeah, right. Right. Sasha building the camp while we all go in, and yeah, that's not bad. Actually, it's workable.
Right. So, Frederick and Bishop and Edward, right?
Robert too. All four.
Oh, I thought Robert was staying outside with Sasha. My bad.
I
was thinking
Sasha was creating the camp.
Yeah, we'd have Sasha set up camp and keep the radio on her, and then we can all head in.
All right, so everybody's heading in.
Roll is there. It's rolled. What's the success? Yeah, 2 success. Yeah.
All right. Oh, what's the inspired condition for?
It allows somebody to get a success with 3, exceptional success with 3.
Yeah, for what type of role?
Yeah. Any role. So related to the rescue mission, obviously.
Okay.
It has to be related, but and once in the scene.
Who has it as well?
Everybody has it.
Yeah.
That inspired condition.
Yeah.
Yeah, the merit lets you just give it inspire to your group.
Oh, it's okay. I thought it was like two.
It's like
people.
it's a generic mass inspired.
Ah, okay. That's really cool.
Now, do you think it'd be too cramped in there to bring my shotgun?
There is no too cramped as for a shotgun. I'm putting the Glock.
This is a rescue mission, but I don't know what else is in there.
But also,
I don't think you want.
cave.
You ever heard of
no.
saying don't shoot indoors?
Yeah.
This is more indoors than indoors.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
You don't shoot unless. Well,
You need to.
Just the pistol then.
are we at the
Really?
sinkhole as well? Or...
No.
Protection or anything of the sort, like something we can get, because if a shotgun blows, eardrums are gonna just like
Don't use a shotgun in a cave.
But he's getting it, so that's even besides the point. So either don't get it or let's get it with some
Even a pistol's gonna blow your eardrums out in a cave.
even a pistol. Oh yeah, we need something.
He's got earplugs.
Eardrums least of your concern when the roof might collapse.
Oh, you're not gonna collapse a cave with a shotgun. Come on.
It's more the noise.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta.
You have just finished listening to this week's episode of Hunter the Vigil, Critical Measures, part of the Domain Gaming's Contagion Anthology, written and told by Wyverian. A special thanks to you, the listener, and if you wish to continue supporting us, subscribe, like, and share. As always, comments are welcomed. Until the next chapter, don't stop asking yourself, why must those who hunt monsters hunt themselves?